What's going on, guys? Ryan Dieger here from 0 to VJ.com, and we're back with day 24 of making visuals with Resolume 6. So let's get right to it. 15 minutes on the clock, only using Resolume. Let's see what we can make here. Just gonna set a timer real quick, and yeah, let's get right into it. Check streams okay, and yeah, good. All right, so. As always, gonna try starting with the. Let's actually try starting with the rings here. It's a super fun new effect in in Resolume. And all right. So something I've wanted to play with since these rings have been added in here is the seeing what you can make with what you could do with using the tunnel. Having these rings here, I think, opens up a lot of really cool possibilities for creating tunnels, which are always look pretty cool. So I'm gonna try seeing what we can get here, and right off the bat, this already looks kind of interesting. It's not doing exactly what we wanted. So I'm just going to reset this here, reset my anchor position, and maybe, actually, I guess what would be a better fit for this is using the iterate effect, which will basically create multiple copies of this, of these rings here. So let's see. I'm also going to try dragging it below the transform. And what we're going to do is play with the scale, which will shrink. Oh yeah, that's making a lot of a lot of copies of this. And, right here, actually, like, because we've got, so right now, you can change how many of these are repeated, or you can set how many repetitions there are. And right here, just because we've got so many of these stacked together, this actually looks pretty cool when it comes to the way this is kind of affecting the color of these rings. When I turn this off, we have these, kind of flatter colors. And here, when we have so many stacked together, you get these really, intricate colors where, kind of hard to describe. It almost looks like it's kind of harder and almost looks like a drawing. So it looks pretty cool. And let's play with. Now, the one thing that's kind of weird right now is that we can see where this effect is taking, or basically like the limits of this, like the outlines of this effect. You may or may not be able to tell, but you can see these kind of squares or outlines around this, and that's not sort of the look we want. So going to see if there's a way to get rid of that, and that looks like it has to do with the opacity. And that has to do with that start opacity. So if you have this down a little bit, you're going to see those sort of outlines. But if you have this all the way up and instead play with the opacity change, it looks like that can be eliminated, at least. So let's see what else we can do here. And for some reason, this rotate acts a little funny. You would think that so we're trying to rotate the Z portion, which should because this is a ring, it should just be like a 360 rotation, but it is not doing that, and I'm not 100% sure why. So let's see what else we can do. We actually might have to scale this up instead. And we'll add more iterations to this. And actually, that looks kind of cool. Now, the one issue that we're sort of running into is that we're getting it's starting to look kind of pixelated as we scale this up. I'm going to bring that down. Now let's see what happens when we play with this rotation here. So the look that we're kind of going for is, or that I'm getting into this look I'm trying to go for here is creating like a nice creating almost like a trying to create the sensation that like the rings are moving around, but then almost like the view is also moving around it, and may or may not be able to figure out how to do that. But for now, let's just see if we can get this kind of rotating in a cool way. And so I'm gonna set this to BPM sync. And it's looking a little choppy, so just gonna slow it down We'll go to 16 beats for our BPM sync. And then we'll try doing this rotation too. We'll do that by BPM sync and do this backwards. And playing with that beat count. So I'm just going to reset that. Yeah, it seems like we'll have to play with that Y position here. And that is looking a bit too crazy. Ooh. So I'm going to slow that one right down. And actually even slow it down even a bit more. And we'll animate the... We'll see how the x-axis looks as well. And that could make you puke maybe. So we're going to slow that down even a little bit more. Yeah, so this actually looks pretty cool. And again, what we're playing with here is the rotation values under the transform section. So now we've kind of got this this ring-looking contraption that's rotating on the X and Y axis. And what's cool about this is that it helps give a sense of almost depth, or it makes it appear 3D. Even though we're primarily working with a 2D shape, we can simulate sort of this 3D look by playing with these rotation values. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that one for now. So it's already been nearly 15 minutes. So I'm gonna wrap this one up for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach me at 0tovj.com or on the 0 to VJ Facebook page. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great night.